Hi, my name is Isaac Arredondo. I am from Stockton, California, and I'm a senior at Lincoln High School. I chose to study how neuroimaging insights into THC addiction and targeted treatment approaches can help individuals struggling with THC. Um, so, the specific topic I investigated is the role of neuroimaging in understanding the functional and structural changes in the brain that are caused by THC addiction. I've researched effects on cognition and other related processes such as memory and decision making. I've also explored how neuroimaging can be used to develop targeted treatment strategies for those who have THC addiction. And this is important because recent studies have shown a crucial need for more effective treatments because of the drug's increasing popularity. Um, the current understanding of THC addiction and how it affects the brain is that there isn't much of an understanding. So there's a lot of inconsistent data and need for more in-depth studies on specific people because the effects of THC are so wide-ranging among individuals. And that also makes it difficult to treat the disorder properly and eliminate any chance of relapse. So, what I have found is that, like I said, a more fine-grained understanding of smaller mental operations that underlie the cognitive processes is needed to get a clear understanding of how THC affects the brain. One critical aspect of this is the context that mental health provides. So, because emotional processing and cannabis use disorders are so closely interconnected, evaluating a person's mental health is key to understanding the long-term effects of THC on the brain and the development of effective personalized treatments. Factors such as pre-existing mental health conditions, emotional regulation abilities, and the interplay between these variables and THC exposure contribute to the wide-ranging effects that we see. So what can neuroimaging do? Neuroimaging provides insights into how THC affects brain activity and structure by providing images of localized regions and deciphering how metabolism in the brain changes. So it can identify disruptions in cognitive subprocesses by doing that, and it reveals information on how drug affects different people. So someone who is struggling with mental health or anxiety, or someone who is not. It guides treatment by identifying the key brain regions that are affected, and it can link brain patterns to mental health conditions, and it supports the development of personalized treatments. So some limitations that I've found in my research is a lack of effort in trying to incorporate data in treatment plans across multiple subject areas. So, like I said, the wide-ranging effect of THC makes it really hard to get a clear, solidified understanding of how it affects the brain. And as of now, there isn't much effort in trying to synthesize all that information and all that data. So that's a big reason why we don't see effective treatment. And then standardization of neuroimaging is also critical to that sharing of data and gaining a clear understanding, because neuroimaging requires translation and it is very specific to different machines that you are using. So my project goals, given these limitations, is to provide awareness as to how neuroimaging is a promising subject area to pursue to address the lack of effective treatment and how it can be used to help people, and then to also educate people about the effects of THC. So the process I have taken to accomplish these goals is gain an understanding of how neuroimaging works, and then explore how they can be used in diagnosing and treating THC addiction and also other substance use disorders, and then exploring limitations of incorporating neuroimaging into developing treatment. And I've done this through reading papers, case studies, and literature reviews. And that's it. Thank you to everyone who has made this possible. Um, I think Professor Virgil and Dr. Varkey's advice has been really personalized and really helpful in this whole process. So yeah.
A great job. Great job. You want to turn off your presentation so that Professor Varkey can ask you a question?
Very good job, Isaac, and very interesting topic as well. And I that's the kind of timely as of now for as we see the number of people with addiction increasing. And we also see there is quite a bit of effort in trying to understand what part of the brain is involved in causing the addiction as well, and as well as like what kind of changes happen. So have you looked in your slide, you mentioned that there is change in activity uh, and also structural changes. So what do you mean by structural changes? Could you elaborate on that?
I think so. What I've researched so far is that there's like varying effects and structural changes, that it's not all the same. But for the most part, there seems to be a clear consensus on that there is not permanent structural changes in THC addiction, but temporarily, while people are abusing the drug, that there are structural changes.
Okay, so probably like if there are longitudinal studies, you will be able to know if somebody has been addicted, let's say for 10 years, then he might have a much less chance of having a reversible change than somebody who has been doing it for a year or something like that.
Right.
Okay, good job, Isaac. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job. A question for Isaac, Professor Virgil.
Congratulations, Isaac. I just have one question. What are your recommendations from your study based on the findings?
Based on the findings, I think, like Dr. Varkey said, more longitudinal studies, and basically the ways to address the limitations is by more effort and more concentration in trying to use neuroimaging in helping people with THC addiction. And I think that's mainly my recommendation, is the same as a lot of other people's.
Excellent. Excellent. Great job. A big round of applause for Isaac.